Southeast, race 6, the series final. I was sitting number 1 in my category, and it did not go as planned. I had been out in California the week before. I rushed home on the Wednesday night red eye, got to Sugar late on Thursday, and I had an issue. I'll talk about it later in the video. This is me on Saturday, just laying out all day, hoping that this issue with my foot maybe would settle down, but unfortunately Sunday morning it was not going to happen. Well, it's Sunday morning. My foot is still extremely swollen, though it doesn't really hurt a lot. I can kind of hobble around. I got some crutches yesterday, but I'm going ahead and getting packed up, and I'm hoping to head over to the race course and just sort of watch the guys finish up and watch the season overalls. But yeah, just sort of how race 6 is going to be for me. I'm not going to race.
And it's the Teletubby setup. I wanted the inside the visor.
I talked Steve into taking my GoPro for his race run. He ended up getting second. And this was his first race back, I believe, for the season. He has been injured for a while, and it was great to see Steve, see him back out on the track. Unfortunately, I did not get the angle perfect for his GoPro. Now, this spot that we're coming up on right here is actually where I broke my foot. Nothing real crazy. I just, I think basically my foot popped out, and then I went to put it back down, and I went forward on the pedal, and it got pulled underneath and hyperextended my foot. And I'll talk a little bit later towards the end of the video about what my injury what actually happened and what will transpire forward. But it was raining, and this happened the last time we raced at Sugar as well, where it was bone dry for a few days. It did rain a little bit each day, but it pretty much had rained, I believe, all night and all day. And though I think in Steve's run here, it wasn't actively raining, it was pretty muddy, pretty nasty. So, you know, again, I had come from California straight to Sugar during Nationals, which was a couple of weeks before. I'd had some issues and wasn't able to ride a lot, and it wasn't until about a week and a half to 2 weeks before the Nationals that I was able to get back on the bike. And since it was just me and Jerry, the way that they spliced up the categories, I took it really easy, and I was really saving everything for this race. It was the series final. I had done all of the races, which was what I had set out at the beginning of the season. And so I really went into this race feeling good, energized. When I was out in California, I got to ride in Big Bear. I worked out a lot. I really, kept clean on my diet. And I went into this race feeling great. And my first couple of practice runs, I was having fun riding with the guys. I felt good. And it really was unfortunate for me to close out the season and for that to happen. And I didn't really know, going into Friday night, I really just thought maybe it was a sprain. It did swell up. My left foot did swell quite a bit, but I went to bed thinking, I'll lay out Saturday and this will settle down and I'll be able to get that race run in. And that's just not the way it ended up happening. I felt bad because Wade had come into town. This was his first downhill race. I was excited to ride with Steve. There was just lots of little things, even just beyond the race being the series final, that it was a tough pill to swallow. And I ended up being able to come over Sunday, I didn't really expect to even be in the series final, because I thought that by missing the race, I'd basically be knocked out of the rankings. But hey, thanks, Steve. It was so good to see you. Sorry we didn't get the camera just right, but it still gives everybody a good look at what the trail conditions were like. And we'll hopefully see what's going to happen here with the foot. Essentially, I have a fracture, 2 spots in my foot. I think they call it a Liz Frank injury. The ligament and tendon across the middle part of my foot has a sever in it, and so I will have to get a small plate and screws. And based on what I've been told so far, it'll be anywhere from 10 to 12 weeks before I can post-surgery even put any pressure down on my foot. So we'll see.
We got custom points. There's the winner according to Master Styles today. Congratulations, gentlemen.
So I made it back home late Sunday night and was able to get into TOC Monday morning. I know this is just a premier place. I'm so thankful to have this in Tallahassee. A lot of riders there. They took the x-rays, sent me over immediately to get the CT scan, wrapped me up, and looks like I'm headed for surgery next.